What's up all flight simmers, it's Ole here or CarrotShuttle and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to kick off 2019 with another flight and we are back in prepared version 4.4 today. Today we are going to fly the FsLabs A319, an add-on we haven't had here on the channel yet, but today we are taking it for a spin. As you can see, we are in a EasyJet UNICEF livery and we are going to do EC609er from Liverpool, John Lennon over to Belfast in the Northern Ireland, and that is the international airport, not the city one. So that's a relatively short flight. It's only about half an hour I think, but it should be great fun with yeah, a little cruise and then down to Belfast. Here is the route from Flight Radar. It did this one today actually, and it spent around 32 minutes on this flight. So we take out from here in Liverpool. We are currently parked here at 52, and then we will see what runway and departure we will use. Then we will head over the sea and over, I think this is Isle of Man, I think. And then we will hopefully fly over Belfast city here. And here we have the city airport. And then we will fly probably in here as well to the airport. So it's a pretty straightforward flight. So let's start prepping for our flight. So the first thing we have to do is to plan our flight. And I've been using SimBrief now for probably the 2 last months. It's a great little website that gives you exactly what you need. SimBrief is probably best if you fly in the US, where you can access the actual flight plans that the flights use. But you get quite accurate flight plans on this website. So we are here in the dispatch tab here on SimBrief. As you can see, I'm logged in with my own name. So we are going to plan this one today. So we are EasyJet 609er. We are heading out of Echo Golf Golf Papa, which is Liverpool, and over to Belfast International. And we will have the alternate to Dublin apparently. We can just have it at that. Flying an A319 today, and this can just be as is. And let's see now what we are going to use for the runways. So you can either just go into Active Sky and check the wind directions, or you can go to Flight Radar and see what they are using there at the moment. Let's just go into Active Sky here. For Liverpool, the service winds are 320 at 8, so 320, that means we will have a runway for 27. Let's check for Aldergrove. It is 220 at 4, so that means that we will have to use 25, which is already put in, so that's superb. So we will not need any extra fuel. We can have everything here on auto. Let's put that on auto as well. And that looks good. We are on the 1902 ARAC, and here is a suggested route that we will use, which looks really good. This is one. This is how it looks. So straight out over to Isle of Man, and then it's using the Bell VOR, so it goes over the city and then on to the isles. So let's generate that OFP there. So we will get the full flight pack, the flight plan. So here is the flight plan. So we are EC609er and we are cruising at 240 today, using around 34 minutes. And we have a block fuel of 3.7 kilos. We will just round that up to 4,000 I think. And then we have a CO fuel rate of 56.7. And the tow is 60.312. The routing is here. We will be doing a Val to Tango departure out of 27, and then over to Val via the M146 airway over to IPSET. I think that's somewhere around here. Is it that one? No, this one. This one? This one it is, I think. Anyways, and then we will do the P6 array over to Bell, which is Belfast. And then Belfast doesn't have any stars, so we will just go via Belfast, then go direct to the ILS points, and then onto the ILS for 27. So that's pretty much the route for today. So this is, you just copy this one, and then you can put it into oh, what's it called? Project Fly, and then you can start flying. You see here, it says I'm on VATSIM. I'm actually not on VATSIM today. I just can't be asked. So just a little detail there. Right, superb. That's that. Let's put this one into the aircraft now. So let's jump into the flight deck of this wonderful add-on. Now let's see. Let's first start with updating our QNH. QNH is 10.14 today, and we can do some setup. So let's go and head over to the overhead there and check that everything should be as it is. So starting from left, we can align the RSS. Everything looks good here. Nice. We can take on the outer pumps. Leave these ones after fueling. This one is good, everything is there. We can take the nav and logo to on and put the emergency exit lights to arm. Lovely. Now let's go into the right MCDU and start putting in some weights. So we would have a block fuel of 3,753, and we have a zero fuel weight of 56.7. So that is what we will put in here, 56.7, like so. And then, as said, we will have 3,753 kilos, so let's just round that up to 4,000. Lovely. And then we can ask the GSX to start boarding. Awesome. Right, let's head over to the left MCDU and start planning. So we are on the CFM engines, we are on the latest air rack, which is superb. Let's now head over to the init page. We are from EGGP to EGAA, and we were EasyJet 609er. Cosnex, I have no idea what EasyJet uses, but EasyJet is, as you probably know, a low-cost carrier, so yeah, let's just put in 7. We planning on doing a flight level 240 cruise today, so that's like that. And then the weights. Okay, that's not what I entered. What are you doing? Okay, why have you changed? Interesting. 56.7. And stay there. Okay, let's add this one more time. Like so. And then we will have 4 tons of fuel. Onto the flight plan page now. Let's start putting on in the flight plan. So from the airport, we are going out from 27. And we are doing the Val to Tango departure. And then from Val, we are going via the M146 airway over to IPSET, then P6 over to Bell or Belfast. And that's the route. Pretty short. And then we will plan a 25 arrival, ILS 25 Zulu, like so. Looks great. Let's just clear this continuity. And that is the flight plan complete. Superb. Now, Here on the takeoff page, we could just enter the speeds that we have here and just enter everything here. But what we will do instead is that we are going to use a takeoff calculator. So we just have to remember all the different weights, and then we can go and plan that one. Looks like GSX is doing its thing. Lovely. Okay, let's head over to the calculator. Okay, so here is the takeoff performance calculator that I use. It is a website that a lot of people use. It's a pretty straightforward one. You just have to enter all the information it needs, and you will get the V-speeds, the flex temperature, and you will also get the stab trim here. So we are an A319 today, and sadly this page only allows for EIA at the moment, but that's probably okay for now, I guess. We are doing metric. We are heading out of Liverpool today. Grab the METAR, and it's actually gone up to 1015. Let's just check that active sky, just so we are our share. Oh, 1014 it says there. Oh well, it's almost the same. It's not obviously, but hey ho. Flaps we are going to use just use one today. Packs off, I believe. EasyJet uses. Anti-ice off, and it is dry at the moment. There is no precipitation reported, and we have great visibility as well. So the weights for today, let's see, we had a tow of 6312, and the MAC or the CG was 33.3. There. Then we will have a stab trim of down minus 0.8 apparently. We are pretty light today, so that's probably a good thing. Heading out of 27 today, we are going to go all the way down there, and everything looks okay as well. So let's calculate this. Okay, so with this stab trim, we will also have a takeoff speed of V1 130, V2 130, and or V-rotate 130, and V2 135, and we will have a flex of 77 degrees. So that's that one done. Now let's go back to the sim and enter those numbers. Okay, let's go down here then. And enter 130, 130, and 135. The transition altitude for Liverpool or the UK is 5,000 feet today, and we remember 1/DN minus 08. Oops. Oh, hold on. We will do /1 down 08. And the temp was 77. And now it looks like the IRSs are aligned as well, so that's great. So we are pretty much soon ready to go. So let's see here. We can get this ready here. 240, like so. Lovely. Now it looks like GSX is already done. So let's start up the APU. Oh, what's that? Oh, holy crap. Now, while we wait for the APU to start up, we can have a look at the departure today. So, we are doing the Vala Valsay to Tango departure today. Pretty straight out actually. So we are going off from here, then straight out, then on to heading 297 up to Valsay, which will have to be above 2500 and below 4000 apparently. So straight ahead, intercept the Val Romeo 117, inbound to cross Val at or above 2500, max 4000. As for the airport, we are parked here, so we will just push back, go down to Tango, and then we will, that's the wrong one, then we will go all the way at Alpha, down to Alpha 1, and then out like so. APU is on. Right, let's see here. APU bleed. Then we can take away the external power. Okay, we are actually ready to go. So let's ask GSX for pushback. And let's close up the doors. Like so. Okay, cool. Now, before start checklist. So cockpit preparations are completed. Gear pins and covers are removed. Yes. The signs are to on and auto. The ADRs are on to nav. We have everything on there. Fuel quantity is 4,000 kilos. The barrow is set to 1014, 1014 and 1014. And the 2 data is set. The MTD weights are also entered. We have all the doors and windows closed. The beacon is on. Thrust levers are idle. And the parking brake is gonna go off when they are ready to push back. So that's the before start checklist completed. Let's see here. So we can get some lights in here. And then just set that up before we go. And then don't turn it on, obviously. We can leave this for now. Yeah, and the rest looks good. Let's release the parking brake. Are you going to push us back, GSX? He looks like a happy guy. What is he waiting for? Ah, there you go. Jesus. Okay, let's start the clock there for our block time, and then we can start some engines. So let's start number 2 first.
Afternoon, and a very warm welcome to your flight today. My name is Norman. It's my pleasure to introduce.
As Norman Blackburn. Whoa!
Right in front we have Philip. Shortly in the middle,
Fantastic.
Marcus, and at the back of the cabin is Joe. We're here for your comfort, but primarily your safety. With that in mind, we'd like to...
Alright, engine 2 is coming up nicely now. And we will just wait for it to become stable, and then we can start the other one. There we go. engine on.
Card is in your seat pocket, showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets, and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware.
Now, number 1 is coming along nicely. Well, number 2 is already done. Okay, we are finished with the pushback, so let's take on the parking brake again.
If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you.
Okay, we have both engines on, so we can take the ignition back to normal. And then we don't need the APU anymore. Lovely. And we can set flaps 1.
Carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and wish you a pleasant flight.
And that's the GSX guys off. So we can start the weather radar. We can start some terrain radars as well. And let's then check the afterthought checklist. Anti-ice is... what's the temperature today? 3, not required. ECAM status is checked. We will do this one, so outer brake to max. Signs are on, spoilers are to arm. And we will also do the config, takeoff config to normal. Pitch trim, so we talked about 0.8 down. Whoops. Like so. And the rudder trim is set to 0, which it is. Lovely. Okay. You can take the taxi light on. Parking brake off. And we can start our taxi. While we roll out of here, let's just do a quick flight control test. So, full left, full right, full down, full up, and then rudders. Awesome. And then like so. Lovely. And then this one should be taken to like so. Nice. Turning left here on Alpha now. we have gotten a message that the cabin is ready for departure. So that is lovely. Let's try this PA thing while we're here. Let's just see so we don't run over the... slow down a little bit here. Okay, so let's see. Cabin crew, please be seated for departure. Cabin crew, please be seated for departure. Oh, that's so cool. Superb. Okay. Lovely. Okay, so this is Alpha 2, so we will go all the way to the end. That PA thing is so cool. Although it's horrible to hear my own voice. Okay, so we are arriving here at the holding point. Oops, that's a great one. The tiller on the Airbuses are so weird. They're like, you cannot do it too much. Anyways, entering the runway now, so on with the lights. Back to the sticky, and I think we are ready. Just a quick one before, we should have probably taken that before we enter the running, but before takeoff, flight control checked, flight instruments are checked, briefing is confirmed, flap setting is set to 1, we have our V rotate speeds, ATC is not online today, FlexM ATC is set, and then we have the ECAM memo, not blue. And we are on 27, cabin crew is ready, and we also advised it over the PA. And packs are going to be set to off. And the engine mode selector is as required, so we're going to do a flex one today. So this one right here. Okay, we're ready, let's go. Chrono 2 on. And do 50%. And then Manflex, SRS, runway, outer thrust is blue. That's 80. Rotate. Pulse red, gear up. Okay, entering the turn now onto Vallasay. Laps up. Just climb. There it is. Oh, careful of the speed now.
Whenever you are seated.
There is Liverpool right there on the right hand side.
Full detail.
And autopilot on.
We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated. could be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Packs back on. $5,000 feet. And 10,000 feet. After takeoff and climb checklist, landing gear is up, flaps retracted, packs are on, and the barrow is set to standard. We'll carry on. Then we are up in the air and above 10,000 feet. That was a lovely departure from Liverpool. This airplane has a lovely sound, as you can probably hear. You can hear we have the cabin sounds now, and if you go a little bit out of the airplane, you will hear the outside noises, if you will. But anyways, now we are on our way to Belfast. You can actually, if you go onto pressure fly, we can see us here. So we flew out here and then are now entering the Irish Sea, as it says here. So now we, as usual, have to get up to climb, and we will probably be at the climb for like, or the cruise for like 5 minutes, and then we will start our descent towards Belfast. But until then, I shall leave you with some cinematics, and then we will get back to the flight deck for some planning. So, see you in a bit.
Even though I'm living in the dark.
Alright, welcome back already. We are 3 minutes away from top of descent, so you can actually see the Isle of Man be in the front of us now. So let's start our planning here. So we are going to head over to the performance page and fill out the approach. So the QNH at Belfast International is, according to ActiveSky, 1016. What? There you go. Temperature is 1. The winds are 230 at 5. And the trans level is 6,000, or the transition altitude is 6,000 feet. And the MDA for the ILS is 468. And we can do a config 3 landing today. Now let's take a quick look at the entry, or the route into here before we get moving. So rub up, IPSET, and then it wants us to go like around and then back onto the ILS, but we will just vector ourselves over Belfast and then over to the ILS. So pretty straightforward. So IPSET should be at 138 apparently, and Bell should be 552. So let's do 150 first. Okay, we are already starting to descend now. So. As for the arrival into here, so now we are coming over here, and then we are via robot to IPSET, and then we are going to go over, probably pretty much over Belfast City from here, and then we will vector ourselves over to here, so like this. And then into the ILS. And the missed approach is continuous climb to 3000, straight ahead, 2500, then a right to the VR to hold at 3000. Looks pretty much straightforward, if you ask me. That is the Isle of Man. And that is an airport. This is Castletown, apparently. So yeah. Excuse me. Go away. I don't want to listen to you. We can do air brake medium. We don't need anything else. Apparently Belfast has one of the longest runways in the UK. If I am correct. It's it's almost 3,000 meters long. Jesus. Okay. So it will be probably more than enough. So for the landing, we will hope for, we cannot do this one, this is probably a little bit too much. So we will come in here, and then we will vacate hopefully right onto 3-5, and then we will go on to Charlie 1 and then Lima, and then we will park somewhere here, maybe here or here. That's really now nothing important. So that is that. Okay, we are at Ipset right now, and we have arrived in Northern Ireland. You can see the land is upon us, and I think that's Belfast actually. So now we are approaching 10,000 feet. Pretty soon now we're going to start the turn now against Bell, and then we will, when we're over the city, we will just go straight over to the islands there. So we should be at around 5,000 feet over the city. Let's try out the PA system again. What should we say? Ladies and gentlemen, it's now ready for... oops, that was wrong, no! Ladies and gentlemen, it's now ready for... God damn it. Anyways, let's... oops. Let's do some... lights on there now. We can start slowing the plane down now. And here we see Belfast with the default city here. Lovely. And then the airport is over here. So let's start with the what's up, Jesus? With the vectors. So we'll go 340 and then do 2500. Lovely. There we have the Belfast City Airport. And then we have the rather generic presentation of the city. If we had X-Plane now, we could probably have Ortho, but this is what we have to deal with for now. It's I think it is ORBX OpenLC Europe. I haven't got the England or the UK version, so can start putting out some flaps, or the slats even, the ones in the front. Get that speed down now. And then we will go like so. Looks like we are on it already. Nice. Nice. Then we can do flaps 2. There is 3000. ASCA out. Cabin crew, please be seated for arrival. Cabin crew, please be seated for arrival. Landing checklist. Cabin crew advised. Auto thrust. The speed is now getting down to where you want it to be. Final speed today is going to be 133.
2000.
Outer brake is set to low, and the landing no blue is set to all green. There we are. Lovely. Okay, we are then ready for landing. I'm gonna wait a little bit more now, and then we're gonna take out the autopilot. So let's see here. Everything goes great here. Let's take out the autopilot. My controls. And then we leave the auto throttle on, and then we will cut it on the flare. try and keep the glide slope needle as centered as possible. We have a nice headwind, so should be pretty straightforward.
500. 400.
Land is on.
300 above. 200 minimum.
Continue.
100. 50. 40.
Cut the power.
30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
There we are. Down. Spoilers. Reverse. $80 knots. Store the reversers. And as planned, we are going to take a right here onto runway 35. Okay, let's clean up a bit. After landing, flaps is protected, the spoilers are disarmed, APU, we can go ahead and start that one. Like so. And then now we're going to turn onto the to the right here. I'm gonna flick off the lights.
Do take care when opening the lockers in case.
And then it is the radar. We can put that on to standby. So that's here. Weather radar off, and then this can go to standby. And then the predictive interior system is off. Lovely. And we will go ahead and park at 17. Gate 17. No. Then let's hope for EasyJet here. You can turn off the landing flap 3 configuration. APU is on. You can take on the bleed now. Just, you know, why not? Coming on now onto Lima pretty shortly. Turn off the exit. So here we have UK2000 Belfast. I think it is version 2. That's compatible with prepared version 4. So it's a nice looking scenery actually. We also have some jetways and stuff. So here is our stand, which I think has its own taxi line. Yes, it has. There it's 18, nice. And then 17 is the next one. Let's turn off the lights so we don't blind the marshaller. And then we can do a left turn here. Like so. Let's see here now. APU is on with the bleeds. Let's turn off the engines. After a block time of 48 minutes, the flight was 35 minutes, so we were 1 minute off the expected time. Just wait for the N1 to get down to 10%, I think it is, and then we will take off the seatbelt signs. Yeah, let's put it at that. Let's see, parking checklist. APU bleed is already on, seatbelts are off, engines are off, external lights can just be armed as they are. Parking brake and shocks are as required. We won't need that one. And that is the parking checklist complete. Now let's ask GSX to deboard. And that looks like it's pretty much it. Apparently we have Aer Lingus helping us today, which is probably not well accepted, but well, that's how it is. I don't want to start fiddling with it like we always do. I don't know if it's put to the right one, but anyways. Are you gonna... Wow. That's GSX, guys. That's GSX for you, or level 2 even. Really worth the price when it does that. You know how much it costs? It costs almost 500 Norwegian kroners. That's around 50 euros. Anyways, enough ranting. Let's get some doors opened. And then we can actually just leave it on the APU for now. Realistically, we will probably went back to gone back to Liverpool or something else, but hey ho. Don't close it. There you go. Alright everyone, welcome down to Belfast International. That was a quick and a nice flight, I think. We came in rather hot over Belfast. but then we got onto the ILS pretty nicely, and then we landed. For those of you who cares about landing rates, let's see what Project Fly says about this if you end the flight. Minus 281. So not the best one, but yeah. I mean, I don't care about that number, to be honest. It's really doesn't matter to me at all. But anyway, so that's it. I hope you liked this video. I am excited for this new year, and hopefully we will get some more flights coming in the coming months. So that's really it. Thank you so much for watching, and from a really lovely Belfast actually, I shall say goodbye. And also don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment about what you thought about this video. Okay, anyways, have a good one, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.